maybe these friendships would be intact if it wasn't for this show.
Yeah, my biggest regret is sometimes I'm a true believer that your real friends will call you out on bullshit. Anna's a real friend. She calls out people, right? And a real friend will also take that as feedback and try to do better. My biggest regret is knowing that maybe some of these people aren't those types of people, and to just think of a bigger picture, keep the peace, and just move on. But I thought I'm a true friend in the sense of like, I want us to be better. I know I can be better. When I talk about being better and I apologize for something, that's the only thing I can control, my side of the street. I think what ended up happening is I did it too much. And I think they thought they were justfully right in their situation. And to be more of an asshole or more vindictive because, see, I was right. Kevin apologized. He was wrong. Like that wasn't actually the right thing either. It was just me cleaning my side so I can go to bed at night feeling better because, that's feeling that I control. If I go out there pointing fingers, which I've tried before and it backfired, it's not going to change anything. But I did see the fact that they thought they could do more of the bad stuff, so I stopped because I was like, maybe I'm allowing this. I'm catering. My dad called it something. Enabling. I'm enabling them, and so now I'm not letting them enable. I'm not enabling them. Sorry.
That makes a lot of sense. What about, like you've been also so, and I've seen your TED talk, you've been so, open about, like you struggled with like Asian masculinity and like your identity growing up. And I mean, we even learned about like eyelid surgery. I mean, I didn't know about that before, really, that was a thing. And just you were so open about that. I mean, imagine you've heard from so many people just from being on this show over two, and it's now going to be 3 seasons that are probably just like, wow, it's great to see myself represented.
Yeah, like at the end of that TED talk, when I said I wish to see a world where Asian men are seen as sexy and cool, just like any other race, I got to be it finally. And by the way, what I love about it is that it got to allow other people to be excited and to want to talk about this representation we get to have. For instance, a lot of the castmates, they'd make fun of me for talking about representation so much, especially in season 1. They're like, uh-oh, an interview's coming. Let's talk about representation. And then hypocritically later, they steal exactly the same words and talk about representation all the time. And I'm like, that's cool. I'm glad I get to open that opportunity. But what I think was just kind of funny was like people in the real world didn't know that I've been doing this for a long time and it's documented. But like even before 5 years ago, when I got that chance on TED to talk about it, I was talking about it a lot. But the difference is people would shut me up and be like, stop complaining, your complaining doesn't do anything. I was like, I'm not complaining. I'm trying to figure this out. It's almost like it was my cry for help. And people were very insensitive to mental health issues, exclusivity of race, right? And then my parents even didn't really know about it the way it was until I actually was in a documentary and they saw a bunch of Asians in one theater and they're like, wow, okay, this wasn't a Kevin complaining thing. This is an actual real thing. Because they're white. They're not around us that much. And I felt like for me to show them that Asian representation, Asian emasculation was a real thing. They're like, okay, we get it now. We get why you're doing this. Because I always tell them, like, look at the example. I'm just telling you the story. This is who I am now, but this is what it took to get here. And a lot of people miss that. They just hear the, oh, you didn't get girls on Tinder. You know what I mean? Like you have to get off of that. I'm like, no, but like, look at me now. Like I feel good about myself. I just had to get off Tinder and find out like sharing my story could help other people. That's what we learn in 12-step programs, is that your experience can help other people. So I shared my experience and it's helped other people. And here we are.
I could imagine. Well, as we wrap up, which I think is just a great thing, at the end, you guys are going to watch it. Spoiler alert, we see Bling Empire, New York City is coming.
Oh no.
Follow Dorothy.
Damn. I didn't even know about why am I not in New York? Why are we not in New York?
Well, you can reach out to your ex-castmate Dorothy Wang and come for a visit. I mean, but I think that will just, it's a good thing. You look at like Selling Sunset and what that's happened, Real Housewives. Like, I mean, this really could have, you talk about representation, like just the possibilities of cities are endless, I feel.
Endless, definitely.
We love it.
We love it. Can I get paid for some of that? That'd be great. I'll work for it. I'll show up.
Well, just reach out to Dorothy. I mean, I know she had a brief stint in this group. You guys have
totally. Dorothy flies out there.
That's right.
Seriously. And before we go, season 4 of Bling Empire, I mean, Devon, here you are with Kevin. I mean, are you ready? Because I think we're going to be seeing you.
I'm freaking ready to bring it. Let's go.
I think season 4 will be a glorious season if we go into it. We talk about, we have so much we want to share.
We have a lot to share. And we definitely want to tell our own story, because it's authentic and in a way, like, okay, it's a reality TV show, but we know that it's such a beautiful platform to be truthful and honest. And that to me is a beautiful story written in real life. So I think that we gotta, we have to really embrace it. And
and seriously, as actors, if we weren't like before, I mean, as actors, as entertainers at the time, if nobody was going to write it or cast us in it, what better chance to actually just be it and share it and live it authentically. I
would agree. You both have been so authentic here today. I can't wait for season 4. I think it's going to happen. Let me just put that out there. And we're going to see so much more from the both of you. And I'm really glad you guys got to do this together. I appreciate both of you. And where can everyone follow you online that doesn't already do so? Where are your Instagrams?
You can follow me on Kevin Kreider, Kevin.Kreider. It's all verified. This one's not verified, but also doyousans.com and doyousans on social platforms.
Well, after October 5th and it airs, I think you'll be verified pretty soon.
And what about you?
Well, with me, Devon Diep, DEVONDIEP, one word. And then you guys can follow our new production company as well. That's going to be launching pretty shortly, called All's Production. Stands for Asian-led love stories. We just wanted to push ourselves and others to really tell authentic Asian-led love stories. So more on that soon.
I love it. Congratulations. I'm glad you're happy, and just keep in touch and come back anytime.
Thank you so much for having us.
This is our first one.
You had to, pop our cherry.
I'm so glad I could be your first, guys. I'm so glad.